I think it was the third, or maybe it was the second. I don't know. But Glue Easy said something like, "We only got 2 weeks to prepare, and you know, maybe if you gave us 3, 4, 5 months like you do the top tiers, I can write something crazy too." Like, shut up! Shut up! You mean like how Real Sick and Kid Chaos had only 2 weeks to prepare? Here! Take it! Take it! Crying about, he's a goonie. He's a goonie. The Goonies are the worst, man. Every last one of them. And they will never not be Goonies. I don't care that Twerk acts like you're not NWX, Twerky. You're a Goonie forever. Forever. You, Drugs, Glue Easy, Jack Boy, AC, and Rada. We know, Rada. We know. All right, you guys are Goonies for life, man. I don't even. Is Castro? I don't know. I really never thought of him as a Goonie. I guess he is. Who else? Who else? I don't care. Those are the Goonies, and you guys will forever be Goonies for the rest of your career. You might as well get back together. Like, this is so stupid. Well, what has NWX done for Twerk? What is that? What does it even mean? No, he has Anwar at all his battles. That's a plus. That's a plus. Freaking Anwar at all his battles, and that's what he did. That's what NWX did for Twerky. Oh, that's fire. That's fire, Twerk. That's fire. Shut up, Sky. That's fire. That's it. That's it. So, all right, let's watch this Battle Truth video. Because that's what we're gonna do. Look at this. Listen to this. I've been saying this. I don't know how much I could talk more about this Brooklyn Hands Big Hand situation, because I've talked about it more than probably any other situation combined in the past like year and a half, besides maybe like a Twerky recycling situation. But those are like different situations encompassed in one situation. This here is just a situation, all right. And I feel like I've done like 50 blogs about this thing, but it just keeps getting crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier. Listen to this. This is worse than when I busted Tony Polo yesterday on the Black Compass for being the most contradicting and you know what's funny about that? I wonder how he feels about it. Tony Polo, let's talk for a second. Go read the comments of my video. Everybody in the comment section, you know what their defense of you was? That you're just a clown. That no one takes you serious. Like, they were yelling at me, DM me, why are you, what are you doing? We don't take him serious. Nothing he says matters. He's the comedy relief on the show. I mean, okay, I didn't know that. Is that how you feel? Is that how you look at yourself? I'm just saying. I didn't say this stuff. They did. And don't be like, well, that's your fan base. No, it's the same fan base. All right? I think we got the same amount of followers. All right? You guys are like a two a week. No shade. I sound like it's like shade. I'm talking to Tony Polo, not Black Compass. All right? I love Drizzy. I love Posey. Tony, bro. Now the cola guys on there. The young colas. Anyways. But Polo, bro, me and Polo's rivalry has gone back years. You can pull it up. Pull up DME Detroit and Polo. There's blogs. All right? But bro, that's how they look at you, fam? We got like half the people in your comment sections are in my comment section, bro. Come on, don't be like, oh, it's your fans, bro. I don't know. Anyways, let's watch this. This is crazy.
Okay, y'all, we know all the controversy that's been.
This is on Battle Truth's channel, and he's doing commentary over it. So we're like in a matrix right now.
Surrounding this tournament going on a URL for the 25,000. A lot of these judges need to be removed because it's a conflict of interest. They have ties with these other battle rappers, and what's happening because they have ties with these other battle rappers, they're not voting based upon what's going on and taking place. And Knowledge, one of the judges, who's also is on the show with Mav Hoffa, my expert opinion, who also one of their members is in the contest. Now, I'm about to play you a short clip. Shouts out to A Boogie Production. He sent me this video, but I'm just going to play this little short clip.
He doesn't shout out hip hop is real. Well, I guess because he does the cut. He does the cut. But it's hip hop. It's real footage. And then you'll see what the second part.
In this clip, you finna hear Knowledge contradict himself on the judging and showing and proving that he not only cheated, but also has another agenda based upon what's going on in this tournament. Now, right here, Knowledge is going to explain.
Is the coronavirus real or not? Like, this is so silly, man. He got the straight up mask on. He don't care. He don't care. Like this picture right here encompasses 2020 at a T. I don't know what this is, man. Like it's like at my bar today, man. I got like now that we're opening up Monday, you got all these people coming in, you know. Ooh, but let me get a drink, you know, while the waiting, the pandemic's over. You know what I'm saying? Half the people got masks on, half of them don't. I don't know what's going on. It's like this is so crazy.
The battle between Brooklyn Hand and Big Hands. Knowledge is going to say he had it 1-1 headed into the third, into the deciding factor of what Brooklyn Hands did in the third. Then we going to hear him contradict himself in a later on interview saying that he had Brooklyn Hands winning the first round and second round, but gave Big Hand the third round because he couldn't give Brooklyn Hand the third round because he was addressing Shotgun Suge and not Brooklyn Hand. Now, listen closely, y'all, and watch this.
I voted for the third round. I gave it to Brooklyn. That was a decided round.
In the third round, he says he gave it to Brooklyn Hands. Okay.
You know, I thought that's where it got interesting. You know, Brooklyn Hands winning Suge. Saying some crazy fire joints still. It still was dope. Like, but I had to give Big Hand that third. I think he did.
What? Excuse me? What'd you say? Huh? You gave Big Hand the third, but over there, you gave it Brooklyn Hand the third. Huh? What'd you say? Say it louder. They can't hear you.
Definitely was on it. Like he knew the pressure was on, and you know he did what he had to do to actually take that round.
Okay.
See, and then he didn't just like, oh, he might have made a mistake. He literally broke down the reason why, and it correlates to why Big Hand would have won the round because he was more direct, because he was not rapping to Suge, all right, and he expanded on his reasoning, so it wasn't like, oh yeah, you know, like so. How do you have these two contradicting thoughts in your head? You know how? Because you're being pressured by. You got to read between the lines. Read between the lines. We know, Math. We know how Brooklyn do. We know.
And you have it. See, he said at first he gave to Brooklyn Hands. It was 1-1 going into the third. The deciding factor was him with Brooklyn Hands third round. That was the deciding factor for him. Then in this interview later on, he goes on to say he had Big Hand, not Brooklyn Hand. He had Big Hand winning the third based upon, if y'all saw this interview.
Yeah, but crucial, like I said, you said he could have got the names confused, and I've done that. I've literally done that in my blogs. When I went back and listened to him and I meant to say Brooklyn Hands, I would say Big Hands and blah, 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 blah. But he expanded on his reasoning. He said why, and that matches up with the reason why it would be Big Hands winning. So he didn't confuse it. He did not confuse it. Like, let's listen to it one more time.
That round.
Okay, there you have it.
I think he definitely was on it. Like he knew the pressure was on, and you know he did what he had to do to actually take that round.
Okay, there you have it. See, he said at first he gave to Brooklyn Hands. It was 1-1 going into the third. The deciding factor was him with Brooklyn Hands third round. That was the deciding factor for him. Then in this interview later on, he goes on to say he had Big Hand, not Brooklyn Hand. He had Big Hand winning the third based upon, if y'all saw this interview, based upon Big Hands. I mean, not Brooklyn Hand. Based upon, not Big Hand, but Brooklyn Hand. I don't want y'all to get confused. Big Hand is from Philly. Brooklyn Hand is from Brooklyn, and that's Mav Hopper and them guys. And also Knowledge Guy, okay? And remember, Brooklyn Hands and Mav Hopper is in the same team, NYB. And Knowledge is Mav co-host on My Expert Opinion. So right here, we clearly see that Knowledge just lied and just proved that his hidden agenda and what he's there for. He just did it. He said he had Brooklyn Hands going into the it was 1-1 going into the third. Then he had Brooklyn Hands winning the third. Then he says right here, he got Big Hand winning the third, and he's going to give the reason why.
I felt like his round was just more precise, and it was directed more Brooklyn Hands. You know what I'm saying?
There
So,
you go.
I definitely agree with the fact that, there's a tournament style you
So you know it wasn't just saying the wrong name.
definitely do have to cater your bars to the person that you're battling.
Cater the bars to the person you're battling. Salute to Big Hands. I give him the third round. This is what he said. If you could just hurry up and speak.
Okay, now you heard that. You have to cater your bar to the person that you battling. Then he goes on in that interview saying, it didn't matter that Brooklyn Hand catered his bars towards Suge. It still was good enough for him to win. So what is it, Knowledge? He contradicting himself all over the place.
I think that's very important. But nonetheless,
Battle you sound funny when he be doing the over voices. It's like different. Like he giving this breakdown. That's funny.
I ain't mad at somebody gave Brooklyn Hands that the third either. I thought the bars were dope. I thought what he brought was fire. But I personally gave it to Big Hand. I thought he was on his job. I thought that was his best round.
This is worse than the Polo situation. This is worse because this has consequences. The Polo situation, just Polo being silly. All right, this is something different.
And he did enough to take that battle.
Okay, now y'all clearly hear him. He gave the third round to Big Hand.
Facts.
He did enough to win
Big
third
Hand 100% won the second
round. But he said that he gave it to Brooklyn Hand in the other hand.
I voted for the third round. I gave it to Brooklyn. That was a decided round.
Man, for real, man.
And I thought they both came with it. I like what Brooklyn Hands came with. I thought he was on fire. I thought he was on point. I understand him not attacking his opponent. I can't take points away from it. But,
Look, he mad as hell. Who's that in the middle? Say, F all that.
it could have actually changed some of the judges' other minds.
See, but he just said
Who is he?
in the other interview. Now this is the first interview. First he was saying that had nothing to do with him picking Brooklyn Hands in the third round, even though he wasn't directing his bars towards Big Hands. Then he said in that interview he gave it to the Big Hands because Brooklyn Hands wasn't directing his material towards Big Hands.
That's the guy from Certified Shooters? Oh, shit, that's that Swamp guy, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see why. He said he rewatched it. Okay, that's fine. But he could, when did he rewatch it here or did he rewatch it there? That's what and even if he rewatched it, that means he knows he fucked up? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Like he's admitting I fucked up?
Total contradictory.
Total contradictory! Total contradictory.
Contradictory.
You gotta know it's a contradiction. It's a contradiction. Don't you know we're in a contradiction?
Of what's being said. So he's admitting to cheating, lying, contradicting himself, and need to be immediately removed from the judging panel. There's another agenda here.
I second it.
There's another agenda here, clearly.
And there was other judges that spoke on that, and that felt like, that also is why they gave it to Big Hand. So, you know what I'm saying? For me, it wasn't a crazy deciding factor, because even what he was saying in the show was hard. This is a battle rap, It's not always has to be directed at your opponent. As long as you come with some fire lines.
Listen to me, little bitch.
Okay, see? He just messed up big time. Because he clearly just, hold on, let's get back here. I'm going to play that one part.
And that third, I think he definitely was on it. Like he knew the pressure was on, and he did what he had to do to actually take that round.
Let me get this right.
For the third round, I gave it to Brooklyn. That was a decided round.
Man, you see something?
Man, it's the society. What are you doing, Battle Truth?
Now you see now.
You don't fucked up.
You fucked up, don't you?
I voted for the third round. I gave it to Brooklyn. That was a decided round.
Man, for real.
I thought.
But I had to give Big Hand that third.
I'm saying that you done fucked up now. You know that, don't you? No, you done fucked up, don't you? No, don't you? No, you done fucked up.
Without the tape,
I saw
they got
Madison
nothing.
decided like 3 times in the theater.
Take it! Take it! Bang the gavel on your damn self.
I'll do it.
Don't worry. I'll do it for you. No. No, 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 no. Busted.
Busted.
Caught red-handed. Busted.
Red-handed.
Now what you gonna do about that? What you gonna say about that? How you gonna get out of that?
How you gonna get out of that?
You can't.
You can't.
Out of your own mouth,
Out of your
you
own
condemn
mouth.
yourself. Proving that there's another agenda at stake. Proving
that there's
that you
another
contradicting
agenda.
yourself. Proving
Prove
that
it.
you knew well in what you was doing when you made that decision. Proving
Prove it.
you are a liar.
You're a liar.
No, no,
No.
no, 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 no. The evidence is in on you.
Evidence is here.
We heard enough out of your own mouth. You have become your own witness
It's too fast.
against yourself.
Too
Out of
fast.
your own mouth. Out the admission of his own mouth, you have been proven to be found guilty in a battle truth court. The people brought you up on charges.
The people.
They find you guilty, brother. So do I.
Facts.
I don't need no more evidence after seeing that. We have enough evidence to disbar you and remove you from the judge and panelists. That's enough.
Are we keeping Tony, bro?
You
Are
was
we
wrong,
keeping
brother,
Uncle
and you out of
Rob?
pocket, and you exposed yourself. You are unfair to the battle rap community. You are unfair to the battle rappers, and you are unfair to the league that put you up there and trusting your honesty. To be fair to the other contestants in that tournament.
I second the
And
motion.
you ripping them off.
I second this.
And you see, this what's so bad about this judging thing that they doing. They ripping people off. They hitting them with a 2-for-1 bullet. A 2-for-1 bullet. You keeping somebody there who don't belong there, and you voting off the best
2 for
talent.
1.
And you voting off the best talent, making it smooth sailing from them from here on out. This is horrible. This is wrong. And it need to be redid over.
Facts.
This need to be redid over. This was bad.
Start all over.
We ain't-
All right. Real Six back in. Kid Chaos is back in. Big Hand is back in. We're starting over, baby.
Done. We got evidence on you too, Rita. Not the tape we did. That's mine. Nobody know about that.
Stop it, Battle Truth. Stop it. This is where you go too far.
But they didn't know at first. They still ain't see it.
Going too far. All right. You're gonna get
But there's another tape out on you. It ain't got nothing to do with our house. It's another tape.
You're going too far, man.
You been caught though, man. Busted, man. Get up out of here. Horrible, man. Told you, man. Told y'all, man. Told you, man. Look, let me tell you something. Stop thinking y'all gonna get over on this battle rap community. You not. They on y'all, man. They not finna play. They put this stuff together.
They put it
And
together.
they sent it to one of the most honest, trustworthy persons they know. Gonna get it out there, put it out there, because that's what we stand for and represent. Truth. And I'm battle truth.
I thought you were talking about me for a second.
Yeah,
My
man,
bad.
we get to the bottom of things over here. You out of pocket.
Night Court. You can't. Night Court.
Ripping off the
I
battle
don't-
rap
me ain't got no
community.
Night Court.
Then you putting the
Back.
mics in people's face trying to get them interviews like you got love for them, like you really giving them exposure, like you really care. You sitting there, told you that's dirty as hell, man. You sitting there so humble.
All right. All right, and I don't know, man. Knowledge is looking crazy right now. I want to, bro. What is this noodles? You guys, this kills me. How does he having this? Why is this here with 103 million views? You know, and this is always here. Like Ali, I can't. I have to see this every freaking time I come to his page, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the noodles. Why? Why, Battle Truth? Why? I've never even watched this. What is this? No! No! Don't do it! No! Stupid noodles.